forged his own path through a political career spanning 5 decades. Mayor of Paris, Prime Minister twice and President for 12 years, Jacques Chirac held almost all the top jobs. He was one of the most prominent politicians in post-war France. Chirac was born in Paris in 1932. After receiving a privileged education, his political prowess was clearly evident. He spent the 1950s working in the civil service before becoming a protégé of Prime Minister Georges Pompidou. After that, his climb was steep and fast. Within 12 years, he was Prime Minister, a role where he would push for welfare reform. His march to the Élysée Palace began after he left the cabinet, becoming mayor of Paris in 1977, where he set his eyes on the presidency. It would be almost 20 years before he would gain his seat in the Élysée. He was elected promising tax cuts and more jobs, but within months there was a general strike, bringing millions onto the streets. During his time in office, he championed the single currency, but the budget of the Élysée soared. In 2003, the US President George Bush failed to persuade Chirac to join the invasion of Iraq, winning the French leader praise from some quarters. 2 years later, Chirac failed to persuade his own people to vote for a new European constitution. Memories of his leadership will be sullied by the corruption during his 18 years as Paris mayor. In 2011, he was convicted of embezzlement. Jacques Chirac, though, was a consummate French politician, a survivor, but his legacy is uncertain and damaged by his personal failures.